Well, some good news. Finally, fans are getting their accounts back after the recent issues since the new update. But we've also got some crazy news. Apex Legends solos returning, Apex Legends quads coming. I don't know. Let's talk about all things inside of the world of Apex Legends news. So if you guys want to stay up to date, then of course like the video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, the big JMeyels birthday stream is tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're giving away glitch energy. We're giving away some Apex coins. All you got to do is show up and play some of the custom games that we have planned. I'm hoping we can get a full lobby of all 60, but we will obviously do our best. So let's go ahead and dive into the news for today. First thing wanted to mention, I had many people tweeting at me yesterday to give a little bit of an account update, and thank you to Dark Matter for doing so. And many people were commenting on my TikTok as well to say they just felt like they needed to say this, but all their stuff that was glitched has now been returned. And many people have said that basically over the last couple of hours they've been slowly getting their accounts back, and so all seems to be going back to the norm. And don't forget, they're trying to reinstate your old account before the update happened with the progress that you made after the update happened to try to merge them together, I'm assuming. But there's been a lot of weird stuff going on. They are getting your account stuff back, but I have still seen some issues as far as ranked goes, where a guy like this named Default FPS said that he was pred and basically had no more time to grind pred. And unfortunately, now that they've delayed the split, he's probably going to lose his pred. And he said, waste of a month of grinding. Cheers to Respawn. And then it looks like he tried to get on and tried to get things situated and keep his pred rank. And just in the middle of the lobby, you could see, if you zoom into the RP side, he was just in lobby and for no reason at all, just lost 100 RP. Just makes zero sense whatsoever. So yes, the issues are being fixed. Yes, people are getting their account stuff back. However, there are still issues that do exist out there. Also wanted to make mention of this viral tweet. Mr. Oz is going crazy with this, and I gotta say, what a bold man to tweet something like this. So you guys probably saw earlier, and if you haven't, well, just 2 hours ago, 1.7 thousand likes, almost 200,000 views already. Solos and quads battle royale are coming into season 21. That's the claim that he makes, and obviously that is a big one. I would be very excited. I was personally a big solos fan. Many of you guys did not get to play it. I played it years ago. I was a massive fan of it. I do agree, I was only playing Wraith and Pathfinder, and I do agree that's what most people were using. And I get the whole claim that it's a team game and that's why we don't need solos. I can't speak for everyone, but I can just speak from my experience to say that solos was an awesome feature and I absolutely enjoyed it. And I definitely would play Apex more if that's what was available in the game. I'm personally a solos type of guy, and so I really do hope it returns, but I have my doubts, and obviously there's reasons as to why. Now, there are some things that Oz has leaked out or posted out in the past that have been true, and some things have not been true. There's some things that have come into the game. There's new features, there's new items, there's new map changes that he's posted out, and they all came true. But there's also things like the engine update that he consisted of, saying that this was a leak, implying that it is true. And this new engine update was supposed to be new material system for skins and scenery, new types of VFX, a sub-tick system to reduce the no regs that were in the game, higher FPS cap, optimized files, all of that stuff. And then, well, shortly after, Apex came to debunk this to say it was not getting an engine switch. It was not getting an engine upgrade. None of that was happening at all. As a matter of fact, they kind of claimed that it was way too much work and specifically said not quite right. Respawn has multiple engines in use, and our source engine continues to make advancements but will never be replaced in the Apex Titanfall universe and has other titles contributing / using it. This confirms that Apex Legends is still evolving and changing, but just not the way that some players were expecting. But the interesting kicker about this is not only that he said solos and quads battle royale were coming in season 21, but he also said they don't seem to be limited time modes, implying that maybe Apex is going to look more like Warzone, where solos and duos and trios and quads are all just a permanent part of the game. And personally, like I said, I'm a fan of that. But here are some issues to consider. Respawn, just in the season 20 press event, literally just said this is a squad-based game, and that's why you don't see solos. We had an experiment a long time ago with solos, and we're not bringing it back. They just literally said this a couple of weeks ago. So on one hand, you can look at this to say, well, Respawn literally just said it's never coming, so let's just go ahead and stop this rumor now. I'll give you guys my personal opinion towards the end of the video, but I do want to give credit that Oz is aware that this information existed. He was aware that they said they would never bring bring it back. And to still post something like this, obviously it puts his reputation on the line quite a bit, because this is a very bold claim after they just said never. It's never, never, never coming back. And for them to be able to switch that quick, it would be a great moment for him if it turned out to be true, but it would be a really bad moment for him if it turned out to be false, because we're like, okay, this guy's definitely not really a leaker and more so of a baiter. So to make a statement that bold, it does indicate that maybe he does know something. And it is worth noting that I haven't seen a single developer actually comment or debunk this quite yet, but maybe it's because they feel like they don't need to, because they've already done that so many times. Yes, you could also add that Respawn said that control mode would never be permanent, and then like 4 months later they dropped the mixtape mode, and so now control kind of is permanent. Maybe they just add solos inside of mixtape, and that way it's kind of permanent but not really technically. So my only issue is this: while I definitely want it to happen, I have my doubts, not only because Respawn just recently said it was never coming back. We know things can change, right? We've also seen that they said that they wouldn't ever do this whole event skin stuff anymore, where you only could get skins by randomly opening up packs and you can't actually pick the skins that you wanted to pick. That was a promise they made. We just made a video the other day saying that they broke their promise, and they did. Maybe they break this promise. What concerns me even more is that Apex would definitely need to force crossplay if this is going to happen, because the player base just simply does not support this right now. There's becoming too many modes. So the only way I could really see that happening is if they, number one, broke their promise again, and then number two, forced crossplay to be permanent for all players. So let's take a look at the likelihood of that. Is it possible? Well, sure. Now, would it be possible 6 months ago? I doubt it. And the reason I think it's possible now is because they just implemented the performance mode for console, which allows console players to now play at 120 hertz, and it also matches them up to PC aim assist. So no more PC players saying, oh my gosh, he had 0.6, no fair, and no more console players saying, oh my gosh, he had 120 FPS and not me. That's unfair as well. So now that they're kind of evening the playing field, maybe Respawn looks at this and say, look, there's no reason to have console playing with console and PC playing with PC. We need to merge these together. However, not every single player out there does have the performance mode if they're on the old gen consoles. And on top of that, you also have people worried about PC cheaters starting to infiltrate console lobbies. Obviously, hacking is more common when it comes to PC, and console players might get really frustrated if they have to start daily dealing with the PC cheaters that exist now. But if the player base does increase dramatically, then maybe you'll see less cheaters as they're more spread out amongst the lobbies. All in all, does it make sense as to why Respawn may want to force all the players to come together now that performance mode exists, so that we can support the player base to actually add a mode like this? Absolutely. I do believe that. But while I commend Oz for making such a bold post, and I know it's going to be a lot of backlash if it turns out to be false, and maybe really good if it turns out to be true, it is hard for me to think that this is actually going to happen, considering Apex just literally weeks ago said once again for like the 5th time that it is never coming back. I get it, things change, and they have changed in the past before after using the words like never. I could literally see it go either way, but if I just had to bet my money right now, I would probably put my money on the fact that it's not coming. If you would have asked me this a week ago, I would have said like 99.9% sure, but now I'm at like maybe 70-30. I don't know, the arguments are compelling, but interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Of course, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to keep up to date with all the things that are going on inside of the world of Apex Legends news. Twitter, Reddit, I keep up to date with everything. Don't forget, today's my birthday stream, so the Apex News Guys birthday stream will be at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, so join in so that you guys can play in some fun custom modes as well and win some giveaways. It's not all skill-based. You don't have to be extremely good at the game. Just show up and prepare to have fun. See you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.